how come you didn't tell me that before?
It was in the restraining order that he had threatened. I didn't even get to that point. You asked me if he had ever physically violated me. No, he has not physically hit me. But he has threatened to, yes. What scared me the most is the fact that he wasn't going to let me leave.
But you left.
Yeah, while he was at work.
But you did leave.
Yes, because he was at
And
work.
how many days later did you get the restraining order?
I got the restraining order before I left him.
If she was so afraid of me, Your Honor.
You got it before you left him?
I went down and got a restraining order on Friday. I left him on Saturday. I had the restraining order in place. And Saturday night, he was at my parents' house, which was on the restraining order. He was at both sets of parents' house, both my friend's house. He had friends and cellular phones. I was just trying to find out what happened, Your Honor. Trying to hunt me down.
I wasn't hunting her.
He put in a false report at the police department stating that I had stolen $3,000 in cash. And then he turned around and admitted to my mother that I left a $100 bill sitting on the table for a babysitter.
Do you have her papers that she filed to get this restraining order?
I didn't get them, Your Honor.
Because that is not this. This is a motion to dissolve the temporary restraining order.
Mm-hmm.
You have no temporary restraining order or final protective order at this time. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Ms. Hankey? And you didn't go back to court once this one was dissolved?
No, I didn't know I had to.
And you haven't had any difficulty with
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Like what?
Well, despite the restraining order, he had called me on my cellular phone, and I didn't even think to bring in the bill, but I mean, I would be able to supply it. But I know he's called my work. He's gone to my parents' house. He went to my father's house and asked my father to see my children, which my father would not let him do.
Well, that's not harassing.
That was on the night of she left, Your Honor.
He's not supposed to go to my parents' house. It was on the restraining order.
When was he served with the restraining order, madam?
He went there a week after. He was served with the restraining order. I believe he was served on Monday. He still went over to my parents' house on Tuesday and Wednesday looking for me.
I was served on the 24th, Your Honor. This was like the night it happened, the 13th.
Yes.
You see, my problem is with the restraining order.
Okay.
I don't believe you when you say that you believe that you needed a temporary restraining order and it was just because you didn't know you had to go back to court to get one. Because you certainly know now that you don't have a restraining order against him. And if you were really frightened of this man, you would have gone back to court immediately. The temporary restraining order that you got, I consider, based upon what you've told me, like insurance. Just in case something happens, you have the restraining order. Because you knew you were going to leave, you hadn't told him that you were going to leave. You figured he might be angry when he came back and found you gone from the house, right?
Right.
You figured he might be angry. So you said, well, I'll get a temporary restraining order against him just in case. Well, that's not the reason that courts do or should issue restraining orders. And he incurred some expense because of the fact that you got this insurance. So you have to compensate him for that. Can I see your attorney's bill, please?
Your Honor, I also have a letter here my attorney sent out.
I don't want to see his letter. I want to see either the bill that you paid Bill or a check or something that you paid to your attorney.
It's all in there right there.
Well, did you pay $400 or $800, sir?
I paid $400 for lawyer fees, and filing fees were $86 between getting her served and filing it in court.
So it's $486.
That's correct,
total.
Your Honor.
Because I have a double bill here. I have a receipt.
Yeah, one was a receipt from the lawyer, and one was a check.
That's what I thought.